From your well-known favorites who paved the way for the nameless, gave up game without payment or even asking for favors. They were just willing and able to make it do what it does. Some may not be famous to you, but they famous to us.
Hold on, wait a minute, what we talking about? What they call about? Highlight reels on the route fallouts, investment deals with the ins and the outs, all the top trades and the alternate routes, top 5 that are alive and who's whack, who got jokes with the best callbacks, reviews with interviews and no cap, all that brought to you by 2 veteran comics with a network giving you the economics and the best work while paying homage to the best work. 20 years plus with no pressure. How you grabbing your stomach, crying tears looking ugly, grabbing onto the rail, fall off your chair like Donnell. Hell, we done seen it all, man, we got stories to tell. Make you too weak every 2 weeks like you under a spell. Turn on your Bluetooth while you swerving, know you chilling at home. And if you famous and we know you, better pick up the phone.
From your well-known favorites who paved the way for the nameless, gave up game without payment nor even asking for favors. They were just willing and able to make it do what it does. Some may not be famous to you, but they famous to us.
Now what's up?
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Shed G.
This is CJ Star.
And guess what? We welcome to another edition of Famous to Us. I got it
You
right.
got it right. You got it right. You
I got it right. I got it right.
I'm telling you, listen, I know you excited.
Right.
I'm excited.
Right.
I want to introduce them like I'm bringing them on stage.
Okay, well, let's tell them what it is, though, first, brother. You act like everybody. I know a little bit of pee came out, dude.
Well, I'm super excited. Like
I know you are.
Look,
Well, ladies and
have
gentlemen-
I ever wanted? Listen, seriously.
Right.
Out of all of our interviews, have I been smiling like I'm serious?
Nah, you have. Look, it don't look like you got a beard no more because you're smiling so hard. Well, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, welcome to Famous to Us. Those of you that are new here, this is a podcast where we pretty much interview our friends that we actually know.
And they're actually famous.
Right. And they're actually our what?
Famous friends. They're
Famous friends. There it is. And you know, who have we had on the air?
We've had Jay Farrell.
There it
We've
is.
had Steve from
Steve
True.
Russell, right? Jazzy B. Yep.
And we had a life coach.
A life coach.
Life
That is
coach.
funny. If you haven't heard that with Lolo,
Yes, she's
because
crazy.
CJ doesn't like life coaches.
I mean,
that was
no,
the
I just don't believe in them. I believe
Okay.
It's like right above vampires and
Right.
life coaches. I think they're the same thing.
Right, and then the funny thing was, he was like, "Ma'am, you can't be my life coach. You're in a cubicle right next to me." So it was very disrespectful. But you ready to go ahead?
Yes, I'm excited
All right,
because
I see
we
you.
hear the laughing. We hear the laughing and we hear everything. Let me introduce these people like I'm bringing them on stage like
Right.
they comics.
Right.
Okay, listen. One of the Chicago's finest comics, producer, promoter, game on lock, entrepreneur, business owner, investor, and 25% of the Rat Pack comedy. Oh my goodness! I would like to also put actor on that because when you, even though reality show is not supposed to be scripted, it takes a lot of acting. Please give it up for the multi-talented comedian Q Coleman.
All right.
All right.
Well, hey, hold on. Hey, hold on. Let them keep going. This is a
Let's go.
script. This is a script out. Go ahead, brother. Go
Okay,
ahead.
and the person I'm bringing up on stage now, this is one of the most iconic DJs in
Yeah.
hip hop history. Producer,
Yeah.
writer, I would say rapper because a lot of people don't know about Very Special.
Come on
The
now.
song Very Special.
I heard
with
it
her
on
and
the
Big
road
Daddy
with Big
Kane.
Daddy Kane. Come on
his
with it.
only top 40 song, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes. 2-time reality star. I'm got 2 Grammys, 3 MTV Video Awards, and 1 BET Award. Wife, mother, and new grandmama. Please
Nana.
give it up
Give it up for Nana.
Give it up for DJ Spinderella.
Hey, first of all, before we even go
Did
further.
you say my name?
No, she didn't.
I said it.
She said Nana.
I said DJ Spinderella.
Did you?
While you were saying Nana.
I didn't hear my name
But yeah,
yet.
I didn't want to say the government name.
Right,
You know, we want-
right. But let me tell you this, y'all. Let me tell you how honored y'all should feel.
Okay.
Y'all are the first people he ever Googled.
No,
He didn't
seriously, I did.
give Jay Farrell his. He did not give Farrell. But he know y'all too, hell. But he didn't give Farrell. So for this guy to be that excited,
I'm excited.
he was. You
But
saw
you know
him
what?
reading.
I didn't
Look
have
at
to
this.
Google.
Going in, friend.
The only thing I had to Google was the awards as far as that. I knew about Very Special because my wife and Shed are like they're like musical geniuses. So if you bring up something and everything, and I just hear you rapping on that.
Oh
and
my
but
God.
I did not know that it was like his only top
Now
40
that I
hit.
didn't-
I was
yet.
gonna
That I
say,
didn't know.
I said, see, that's how I knew he Googled.
Yeah.
Because he said it was only his top 4 hit. And I'm like,
That's some trivia stuff that I didn't
that's what I was. I was
Now,
like,
listen,
Siri,
listen, we
Siri,
always
is he right, Siri?
I always try to stomp him on when it comes
Yeah.
to what's the name, but when I heard that, because like the same thing with Guns N' Roses.
Guns N'
We
Roses.
talked about Guns N' Roses
Yep.
only having one top 5.
40?
Yeah,
Really?
so
Top 5, really?
yep. So
it's deep, but first of all, let's give them the
Thank
proper
y'all so much.
clap that y'all need.
Yeah.
Give them the proper
Thank
clap.
you.
Give them the proper clap.
That was a wonderful introduction. Thank you so much.
Now,
no problem.
when are these people gonna get here?
you start looking around with it. Like,
Sounds really amazing.
That intro took 15 minutes.
you are silly.
Q was looking around like, who was he talking about?
Who is he talking about?
He from Chicago too?
I thought he was young. And by the way, acting was my first thing I did when it came to stage. Acting before poetry. I did
Yeah.
acting, poetry, then comedy.
I forgot about poetry. My bad, man.
Yeah,
We
that's
just
man.
rewind
Come on,
that
man. You
stuff.
slipping, man.
I'm
There was a
slipping.
few things. We would be here all day.
Right.
Yeah. Contractor, paint scrubber.
This is a 30 for me. This is a 30.
Appliance installed.
This is 30 plus years of content for me.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, a lot of stuff, but you hit it right on the nose. Thank you.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
that
That's
is awesome.
So we want to start off with the only question. I got one question from the streets.
Right.
Okay,
Oh,
one
shit.
question from the streets. So Ben, here's the question from the streets. This it's just one letter actually.
Read, Mo.
So take your time.
He's excited. Wait.
We got all day. We got all day.
You know what? First of all, light skinned is out of his element today.
Say,
Light
coming
skinned
up-
is out of his element because he got
CJ's
other light skinned people
CJ
in.
has a new show coming out, Famous to Me.
Okay, so listen, it's just one. It's just one letter. This is the
question?
It's a question. It's just one letter.
Okay.
It should be a special letter to you. You know, it's the most important part of your life now.
Okay.
The question is why.
Right. So let's rephrase it so the people can hear it and understand.
Why?
He's saying
letters
why.
Yeah,
He's
why?
saying why and looked at Q. So
Yeah.
apparently, see, you got to set it up, bro. Let me show you how to do it. You got to set it up. So y'all been married for 72 hours. How long, quite some time now. And so
It
he's
was a
asking-
pandemic wedding. It was
Right,
a
it's
pandemic.
Right. Y'all was on Zoom. Y'all was on Zoom.
Let's do it now.
So the question he's asking is why Q?
Why Q?
You know what I mean? Why? That's
two
two
letters.
No,
letters.
but that's why I just said why and pointed at you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You should have said why
Y'all
Q.
know I can hear y'all, right?
No, we still waiting on him.
Answer the question, guys.
So let's get into that. So
She's
why
cutting
Q?
us.
I see you smiling at him. So tell me why Q.
Oh my gosh. Q was just so enamored with me, number one. No, I gave him a chance. I mean, I was kind of resistant at first.
A little bit.
But
Then stalker mode kicked in.
yeah, you was talking the hell out of me. No, he just, I don't know. I think it was the stars aligned, the clouds moved out the way, and it was just like the right timing. I was going through some things in my life, and I needed someone, and I needed some fun, and I needed someone to, not just in that time, but just period, just to be, to let go of my past
Right. Yeah.
and to introduce me to my future. And Q, I had gone through some things. My parents had passed, like kind of at the same time. I was dealing with some stuff with my group. It was just a very down time. When I met Q, he was so free. He was just so fun, and he just brought this new energy into my life. And I love to laugh. So there was never a moment that he did not have me smiling. Even in my depression, even in my that time.
The dark time.
That dark time was so horrible, but I kind of, I give it up for Q because he went through it with me, but had some kind of, it was, I don't know what it was, but he literally kind of pulled me past that part of my life. And so it took me, I was very reluctant to go into, embark into an intense relationship with him. So it was some hurdles. We literally created contracts. You know, like if we could get past this part, then let's go to the next part. If we can get past that part, then we'll go to the next part. So yeah, it was some hurdles, but then it got to a point where I got super attached, and I couldn't be without him.
Yeah, I had a house in Oak Cliff I'd never seen for the last year and a half.
Right.
Yeah,
she didn't want to go over there and visit you.
No, she came one time. She's like,
That
"You know
was
what?
it.
Come on over here."
Yeah, like, come on and go with me. Hey, so y'all heard it here. Yeah. So y'all heard it here on Famous to Us. Get you a child support man.
Right. But let me tell you this. This is what I can say about Q, because it's friendship. And you know, so Q was like, because I understand what you're saying on a friendship level. Like, I honestly was about to move back to Minnesota. What happened was me and Q started golfing. And start golfing, we started laughing, talking, whatever. And pretty much our friendship kept me here because I was about to go back to where comfortability is. So I like how you put it, but how I put it, his immaturity.
I guess that's not a bad thing.
Right. I'm just saying, because it's like we vibed off each other during the pandemic, because you know that was a real hard time for everybody. And then CJ and just like a lot of connections always happen. So and that's one thing we want to say, like even with mental illness and mental health, you never know the people that you're going to come around. So I get it. Like when y'all together and when people like you can't say anything about CJ, Q, you, D. Ellis, that I'm like, no, I'm a support and stand up for my people. So I just want to second that. And you've been friends with Q longer than I have.
Yeah, and the good thing about that, your story, I would like to say, Q's story aligns with yours.
Really?
So it's not like, yeah. So like when I'm like, you know, and you was baby girl, you was all kind of, you was just endearing names. You wasn't DD, you wasn't Spin, he was like, well, you know, my girl got it, and then you know,
he was throwing it out there.
No, but he was not saying names. Like he wasn't name drop because I mean, you know, because y'all were under the contracts and everything.
You don't do that.
Under the contract clause, I guess.
Sure,
Yeah, but
confidentiality.
I'm saying like in a relationship, in a relationship, if you would ask my wife, who I've been with for 21 years, if you ask my wife the story of us, our line, it might not align as close as y'all's align. So
interesting.
Yeah, so I'm saying that's dope because dudes usually brag. And all bullshit aside, Q, you congratulations, normal guy.
Hey,
Congratulations, normal guy.
I'm gonna put it out there.
Yeah.
CJ always says, Q married up and you married down.
And I be like, look, every time he call me, don't be fucking up.
You can't mess this up with us.
You can't mess this up with the normal guys.
I actually had a guy tell me that in the bar. What was the spot out there in Addison? God dog, I can't think of the name. Beautiful spot. The restaurant off of Beltline. Anyway, he was a bartender. He said, man, he found, knew we was dating. He said, man, don't you mess this up for us.
Right, for us.
Dead in mind. Don't mess it up for us.
Right, and see, now let's bring that to you. How do you feel? It's like, it's not just a relationship. You in a relationship where a lot of women was your wife for Halloween. Just this past year. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
How does that feel to know that every day when you're on the phone and you call, does it ever really hit you? Do you ever find yourself fanning out?
You know what?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Look, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, this is a real talk here.
This is real talk.
And it's crazy. I didn't tell him about the questions that I have on here, and one of them is like that. I mean, on both aspects.
This is good.
Yeah.
Right. This is what it is.
Have you ever just been sitting over the bed and put your hands on your shoulders like me, CJ, me, CJ.
Woman, lay down.
That's me.
That's
right. So.
How do you feel?
Right. But before you answer, make sure that's still running.
It's still running.
All right, let's go. Tell us what's up.
Dude, it's crazy. I don't really get to the point where I'm like, it doesn't come at me when you probably would think it would come to me. Like, let's say I see it on TV or her song would come on. We'd be sitting watching TV and then one of their songs come on. I'm like, that's baby right there.
Right.
It happens like that sometimes, but like she's so down to earth and cool. She doesn't really like when I first started dating. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be Hollywood. It's gonna be Prada and Louis Vuitton, silver spoons and shit. Now she's really humble and regular. None of that
Right.
shit. No,
Right.
she's really just regular. Like she's regular. Like so, it makes me.
I am not regular.
What do we talk about? Oh, you got a regular chick?
You don't got a regular
chick?
Let me finish. She's humble in her shit.
Oh, in
You
the
know what I'm saying?
inside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
just
what I
as when you
understand.
get to know her, like y'all know her now, she's really just a cool, down to earth chick. But she has a switch that comes on when she has to, turn into her persona. Then that comes on, and I can sit back and watch, like, okay, baby, going to
But see, that's supposed to happen though.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what some people don't understand. Some people pay for your celebrity. So when you show up like Q, me and Q always joke, be like, man, I got my celebrity starter kit. So when I travel, you want people to look, be like, who is that? Who?
Right.
Even though they might not know, but the compliment thing, like remember Eric. Eric and Eric, the manager,
Oh, yeah,
stuff.
Mike,
He was
yeah,
in
yeah.
L.A. and y'all was all at the comedy show, and he talked about you. He was like, "Yo, I seen Q around his wife, and I seen what he was doing. You know what I mean?
What was it?
He was just taking care of you.
Oh, okay.
It'd be the little things where maybe you're not seeing, but that's what is
Yeah.
supposed to go down. Like even with CJ will call, like if we're out golfing or whatever, CJ, that whenever his wife call, he picks up. Or he'll call her, hey baby, share just, you know what I mean? Something funny happens, you're gonna call your spouse. And I just think that's cool. Like even with
Put your
CJ.
spouse first. because-
Exactly.
It's the best friend.
And
It's my best friend.
it immediately becomes your best friend. I
Yeah,
love that.
absolutely.
Right.
Let me. All right. So, being a power couple, which I consider you guys a power couple, how do you decide who steps up and who steps back on certain projects? Because I know you guys work together on certain projects.
Well, let me answer that.
I love it. I love
how you
it.
do it.
I got this, baby. Sit back.
Sit back.
That's
I got
exactly
this.
how we do it.
That's how you do it?
Jump right in. No, go ahead, babe.
It's I mean, I think it kind of just flows with us. It doesn't. No one is assigned a certain, position. I think when help is needed for either of us, one steps in. I don't know if it's musical related. Like I can help her out, help her set up now when she DJs. So that's something that she's taught me how to do. And when it comes to, I think on the comedy side, putting shows together or even writing shit. We was talking about this earlier. Like she be shooting me shit. Like, okay, that'd be funny. That's a bit. Write that down. Like she helped me with my shit.
Yep.
Like write it down. So I think we just kind of our yin and yang is kind of yoked up right now to where it just who's ever in position to be in position.
And when
is
it
in
comes to
position
the
right now.
relationship itself, like even just like regular domestic home stuff, there's things that I deal with and there's things that he deals with. Like I'm handling the stuff like the shopping or the just stuff around the house that we need. He handles the bills and the stuff like that, so we kind of.
My man got two jobs.
My man got 2 jobs. He got all the bills. I take care of the food. I make sure he eats.
Y'all
I make
sat
sure
down.
he's
Y'all
comfortable.
sat down and be like, "Who's gonna take care of the bills?" Well, I'm telling you, I used to be a small drug dealer in Chicago, and I ran 3 corners, so I'm good.
I'm good. I can handle that.
That's good that you said that about the yin and the yang because I mean, like a lot of times in relationships, I know y'all hear the word evenly yoked, and it seems like y'all are evenly yoked, but then there's a part of you, one of you, without saying who it is, one of you is very public, always posting and everything else like that.
All up in the
and
video.
Then one is, and one is more private, more reserved. How does that work? Like, I mean, do you ever have to run something by, be like, babe, I'm about to post this, or
No, because she'll jump on the post and say, what the hell you talking about? Like, in the post. Right. We got to do this outside. Right. She'll jump on the post and say it, and then behind the scenes it get private. Be like, yo, what the fuck was that?
Right. Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking about.
So the funniest thing is when I came to film y'all, I was telling somebody, I said, man, the dopest thing is when the way y'all interacted and on the joke level. Like I didn't know how funny you were. Like seriously,
you talking about you, or?
No. I already knew how not funny he was. But no, I didn't know how funny. He said, cut it off. I didn't know how funny you were with your ad libs and you're just on the spot. it was like I was like, man, that's why I made that whole video just you, because it was funny as a mug, man. And if you want to look at the video, make sure you go to our Facebook page at Famous to Us, and even go to our Instagram at Famous to
And
Us.
what was the video? And for the listeners that don't.
Yeah, so y'all made a skit together.
Yes.
Of what y'all wanted to do, right? Just like what CJ was talking about, how y'all came together, and I came and filmed the skit. It was so funny about his chain. Will it be okay if we post that on our stuff too?
Sure.
Okay, so we're gonna post it on all of our stuff too. Go
I
look
felt
at it.
uncomfortable.
Oh, I did. No, you. I felt uncomfortable with the chain part. Don't worry about that. I wasn't up under it.
No risk, no reward.
Right.
It wasn't that bad, guys.
Right. But the cool thing was just watching y'all interact and how funny you were. And that's
funny,
the one.
dude.
That's what I'm
She's
saying.
really funny now. I don't know. I want to say she got it from me, but I think she's always probably been funny. But now she gets to just say what comes to her mind, like comics do. Like we're so quick with it and observant. But you're silly. You'll say shit, and I'm like, why would you say that?
He brought that out of me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Definitely.
I think you had it in you, but now
comfort
you feel
zone.
comfortable saying silly shit as it comes to you.
It is the best.
Yeah.
Let me just say for the women that are checking in, when like most of us, we get in relationships. This is something different about being with a comedian. A comedian not only is just like it's always on. It's always on. There is some serious, but it's mostly on all the time. And so that's how we live our life. Like we know that there's a lot of crazy shit going on in the world, and it's just as soon as you walk outside, it's turn the TV on and look on your phone. You're gonna see some craziness. What we do is, we try to keep it light, and he allows me to to be comfortable in that situation, in my at home or just with him. And so being around him all the time and being around y'all and just being around comedians just allows me to be chill, because the business that I come from can take, take a toll on you mentally. It's always some craziness going on. And so, I kind of connected with that. But I was talking to the women out there. Get you a good comedian, honey. Go to them comedy shows. Find you a good comedian.
See, this will not be the episode where I'm trying to get you hooked
You
up.
always do that, man.
Not this time. Not this
Find
time.
somebody named Shed G. He's available right now.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this.
Why you getting on the subject?
CJ's still going down to this question. So knowing that, and just like what CJ say, the whole stuff private, y'all was on the what was the television show y'all was on?
It was called Love Goes.
Love Goes.
On network.
How was that being on there on a reality show?
Yeah, that was
you know what I mean.
tough. That was
Especially before you
And make
getting
sure you
married.
tell them,
Yeah.
like how, a lot of people don't know what the producers try to do to y'all. So tell them exactly what exactly they was trying.
I don't know if it was
CJ over here.
premeditated or whatnot.
yeah.
I think with the
CJ
reality
is here trying to
shows-
get y'all counted. Just
I know,
talk
right?
about
No,
the
no,
thing
no, no,
first.
no, no, no. I'm
but
just
with
Let me tell a story first.
with the reality shows, it's subscripted to a point to where they kind of guide you through some conversations. And
But
we
you
went
have to
we
bring
went
your
in
reality to it.
We went
gotta
in
bring
like
your
knowing like,
reality.
okay, we'll do X, Y, and Z. We're not doing A, B, and C. Like we're not gonna embarrass ourselves, embarrass our friends and our family. We'll be as real and as transparent as possible. And with reality shows, you got different personalities, so some of that stuff got sidetracked to where we couldn't really get into all of our stuff because of the stuff that was going on in the house. But we got out of it.
But it was a serious.
You know,
it was
it ended up
for
being
us.
cool.
It allows us to. It allowed us to put some things out on the table and learn about each other.
Got us
And
into therapy.
It got us into
talking
therapy.
therapy,
So
like-
that's something that we is priority for us. Making sure that we kind of are fine tuned in our relationship on a regular basis. We still talk to Spirit, and
that's dope.
Yeah, we still talk with her on a normal basis. If things need to be fine tuned, we know that that's important. But yeah, scripted reality.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Right.
The only reason why I was saying is because I know I've been on reality shows before, and it's not
Hold
like
on. Where's it?
name drop.
Name drop.
Shameless plug.
Shame.
You know,
That's what it
a
is.
show that you ain't never gonna see before.
What show was
It was
it?
produced by Ellen DeGeneres, and it was basically the show about Safi,
Safi,
the comedian,
yeah.
and I was supposed to be her mentor, and
okay.
she dropped it because of production problems.
Can we get a visual? Like, where do we get it? YouTube? Was it?
No, they just
They
took
kept-
it.
they
She
kept-
kept
Do
it.
you have copies of it?
I wish.
Oh.
I thought it was gonna go
So
on to
basically it never happened.
Yeah,
Never
Right.
So,
Okay.
but
And that happens a lot.
This is the story he tells everybody.
Look, I just remember
Nah.
producers
Mm-hmm.
like saying like, if you want more, camera time or things like that, you have to make it look like you might have had a little bit of drama or
Right.
everything.
And that's who got the camera
Of
time,
course.
the drama.
Right.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Oh yeah, well, like Nene Leakes. Like if you look at everything, is people that's drama. Now, even when I was watching the show, the first thing came to my mind because I knew y'all was like, I know they're learning. Like I ain't gonna act like that, baby. I don't act like that, do I? Because sometimes you
Oh,
have
but
to
might-
learn,
You might.
huh?
I don't know. You might learn a little bit more about me and Q.
Right, but see, that's the thing. Is like, baby, do we look like this? Do we? Because sometimes you learn from other people's mistakes.
I do remember sitting on the couch and be like, shit, we ain't got it that bad. Like we
Right.
going through what they going through type
Right.
of thing. And
Right.
our thing was more communication, I think, on that show. What we talked about was like being able to communicate with each other. They was fighting
And
over
love languages.
Yeah,
and
love
paying attention
languages.
to
They
each
was
other's love
going through
language.
all kind of crazy shit. So I don't know. Ours was a little bit more laid back.
What
I
we
guess.
got out of it was, I think we succeeded in what we wanted to in doing that show. Like we went in and we said we need to definitely take a look at our relationship because we were embarking on getting married, and we was like, is this really what we want, and is this really real? So we went in there dealing with some things that, for me, it was internal stuff that I had to deal with, and then share with him. He had some things that he had to deal with as well, and then also getting the tools we need to deal with to get into a marriage with somebody.
Okay.
So
But
Well, I mean,
just one last thing, CJ. Just one last thing. How important is counseling, and before you get married, and even during the marriage? We may have listeners such as myself, or whatever. Like, how important is it?
I think it's very important. We didn't. I wish we would have did it a little bit more before we got married. We probably would have avoided some things that we had in our first year. A year and a half now. Had we done a little bit more counseling, premarital counseling, I think it would have made it a little easier transition. But I mean, everything happens for a reason. We're probably stronger than we were 2 years ago. Right now, definitely. So I think it's very important to ask the question for sure. What you say?
yeah, and that just goes back to what I was saying about making sure you have the tools, and always keep in mind you're gonna have to keep fine tuning your relationship. It's not always gonna be perfect. It's gonna get to a point sometimes where you can't really take each other, or you just need to part, and then someone will probably feel, that you don't love them anymore, and you're gonna have to take your situation, put it on hold, and cater to that person because you love them. So it's just like always a back and forth or whatever. But things are gonna come in, and I do believe that counseling is super helpful.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That's what I'm saying.
it was a clap for that.
You guys are, I mean, first of
Come
all,
on now.
you're breaking
You're married.
stereotypes. Yes.
You're married. Do you guys have counseling, or
No,
did you?
I do by
They're
myself.
they're past that point.
Yeah, no. But no, but I want to tell y'all what y'all did right is the same thing. You guys built a solid foundation. Like if you listen to the first part of the podcast, you hear how you guys became friends, and you set boundaries. You got to know each other. A lot of people aren't getting to know the true person, and then when it gets to it, that love starts to become rotten. I feel that it becomes rotten, and then next thing you know, you've fallen into that stereotype where we having broken homes and everything else like that. But
Well, let's cut because somebody need to take a COVID test. Q don't sneeze.
He's about to go
by the way, Q has had COVID 17 times.
17 times.
Oh, that's another episode.
Asshole.
I have a list, and I want to go through it like a rapid list, and you guys make your decision. Shed is my boy. I love this.
He said 17 times, and we didn't know
And
16
Q
of
was
the
like,
time.
Q was like, I am not positive. I am not
Talk
positive.
about this whole COVID thing.
Look, I am not positive.
Get her started.
Because
get us started.
that was one of the things that almost ended us, COVID.
So COVID almost took you out. Took us out.
Took everybody
Yeah.
out. Thank God. We made it. No, we had some issues with COVID because we have different views. So when you talk about the relationship, it ain't perfect. And just trying to figure out how to be on the same page with something, that just comes into your relationship, just out of the blue, things will come. But COVID was interesting because he has different views about it than I do. Me, I'm like, protect the house and everybody in it at all costs. If that means distancing yourself from people, not seeing your
that could not happen with you.
wearing masks. Wearing masks.
Hold on, you was over there washing. I remember you washing vegetables.
Vegetables, yeah. She's like,
I remember you washing vegetables.
Wash vegetables.
Oh yeah, I was washing the groceries.
Yeah.
The
When
box,
it was coming
like
in.
the box of cereal, she wiped it out.
I made my own sanitizer.
Really? Yes.
I made my own
There's some
sanitizer.
barbasol in here mixed with I don't know what. She
was
had a
over there like
fog
this.
machine.
Chemicals.
Oh, she got everything. Oh, she's
That's
ready.
dope. That's dope.
When he came in the door, because he was
You
out
probably had to
regularly.
spray him all the
No, I
time.
had to take my clothes off when I
You
came
did.
in.
Yeah,
Oh, that was just a way to get free.
drop them. It's like get bucket naked. I had this big old spray thing with just disinfectant.
She got a
The
hazmat
whole
suit
thing
on.
she did.
Oh, yeah.
She was looking like aliens. Like,
Oh, he came in the house. It's like drop him.
She was the first one with the N9 mask. Like, she about that life, dog. She about that life.
But yeah,
that's
we
dope.
made it. We made it. Thank God.
All right, so I got a quick. It's a rapid thing where you basically I'm gonna ask a question. You guys just tell me the answer. Okay. Stop laughing, Ninja. All right. Favorite wine.
Chardonnay.
SLH Chardonnay. Yes.
Okay. Country or city.
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 Okay. Dress up or down.
Down.
Up.
Down. I dress up all the time, so I like down.
Okay. Cool.
I do too.
All right. These are a little more of the thinkers. Okay. Well, what do you miss the most about your cities? Because you guys are both from
The pizza.
Food. Jesus, that piece is trash.
New York pizza.
Oh,
Food,
of
I'm
course,
gonna say
Chicago
food.
and New York is gonna go back and
New
forth
York
on
pizza.
pizza.
It's not the,
Honey, New York pizza.
New York pizza, the slices.
You know it.
All right, go ahead.
just food in general. Food and culture.
Oh, the
Okay.
party, the fun, the parties in New York, and great restaurants.
Okay.
I don't miss the rats though.
No.
They miss
But there's
y'all.
parties here in Dallas, right? Y'all can
Yeah,
make,
we're
bring it to here. Bring
What's
it
your
here.
party crowd?
Most overrated thing about fame.
That you are rich.
Yeah. That is not true.
I agree.
That is
I
also.
agree.
it is. I look. Yeah.
What do you mean? What is that?
Yeah.
Look, I googled you. They
I'm
said
rich and Lord.
Google be making me feel like I got money. I'm like, what I
they told me I'm valuable between $0 and $10,000 like that
Every day.
do? And every
every
day.
day.
Don't listen to them.
Any day.
What do you think? What do you not eat that we consider soul food?
What do I not eat?
That people consider soul food.
CJ got these questions for
Nah,
y'all.
he got your life.
Y'all need to be on every show. Hell.
Chitlins.
Chitlins.
Oh, I just threw up in my mouth.
I'm sorry. I've never had them, and I never will.
So if you never had them, how would you not know that you don't
The
like them with
smell.
that hot
I'm
sauce?
sorry about
horrible.
that.
But you ain't gonna cook them.
Nah, I did before till I found out what they were.
You went to
Yeah,
Norfolk State. They had that.
I know,
in the
no.
cereal.
I was still
You went to a black university.
right.
Never had them.
Never had them.
It's
Never had
the
'em?
worst.
Never.
Oh, I tried them.
They're good.
No,
Worst.
and we
It's
kept
the
going
worst.
right back.
Right.
Oh, you lying.
It's
Yeah, I
like
kid you
eating
not.
slime.
Slime, yeah.
And then
What
you,
the hell?
yeah.
gotta
What
get
do
'em
people
cooked
do?
right.
What?
Like
Why?
Hot
don't
sauce,
know.
a lot of hot sauce.
And it came from slavery, so that's the thing. You got to understand. Soul food was because
soul food.
most soul food would come from the slavery days, was where we had the scraps and do stuff for
Or
ourselves.
better yet, the only animals that black
we
people
sure
were allowed
knew
to
how to
have was
season.
pigs.
No, we
So we
season.
would eat it from the rooter to the tutor. So chitlins is one thing, but
Sorry about this
yeah.
conversation. About you.
Right.
What about you?
I don't know if it's considered soul food, but I don't eat it. Is beets or liver.
Oh, that's the worst too.
Liver, definitely.
Yeah, liver is, but
Both of them
just give me some
together.
beets, fool.
You do them beets?
No, I don't do
Beets is
beets.
actually good as far as
It's good
it's
for
a
you,
it's a vegetable.
but it's disgusting. right.
You have,
Yeah.
if you make it in a juice, that's really good.
Nah.
With every other thing with it.
Yeah, it
That's
has to
so
be
it's like
kinda-
you got to
like
put
a
it in
Don't
the blender,
It's
overcook
good
right?
for the blood.
Yeah.
It's good for you, but I can't do it. Beets, liver, or lima beans, I would never
Well,
eat.
one time, my mom used to always tell me don't drink out of the pitcher. And back in the day, they used to have the frozen grape juice and the orange juice.
In
that
the
you would get
can?
in the cans.
Yeah.
So I thought that they did the grape juice
It was
and
meat.
and I drank out the what's name. I was like, oh. It was straight up beef.
Horrible.
Yes, and I know.
got
You know
you.
what? She was like,
They
"That's
did
what
it
you
on
get."
purpose, yeah.
Horrible.
Okay. Something you have that you have to have in your dressing room backstage.
Oh man.
Both of y'all, because
I don't really have a lot of dressing room.
no, I mean if you
Flowers.
flowers. Okay.
Flowers.
Okay.
It's basically what your rider.
Yeah, what you
have in
rider.
your
Or if you
Grey Goose.
Flowers and Voss water.
okay.
Glass water, right?
So what is there a particular type of flowers that you prefer?
No, I love like arrangements and really nice. I mean, we could do hydrangeas, we could do stargazers, it just depends on the season.
That is dope. And then you just
I love
vodka and
flowers
what?
And a bad bitch. No, I'm saying.
Okay. You heard it here first.
Oh,
The breakup. Dum dum.
Right. So
what?
so let me ask you, Spin, where is hip hop to you now? Because I mean we.
No, you jump
You
from
know-
the fun stuff to the unfun
I mean,
stuff.
well, no, it's just because we gotta ask the question where people are thinking sometimes, like where's hip hop now? You know what I mean?
Okay, yes,
because
it's-
from when you was doing it to like now.
Okay, so hip hop it's embarking on its 50 year.
Mm-hmm.
So you could imagine what 50 years is.
Mm-hmm.
Like 50 years is all kinds of changes.
Mm-hmm.
Now the beginnings about the DJ, it started with the DJ.
Mm-hmm.
And for me to still be here as a DJ, of course, it's an honor for me to still be standing here. But hip hop itself has taken on like just different forms. It's like a seed that's grown with different branches and everything. But for me, I adhere to more of the original grooves and the sounds of hip hop or whatever. But where is it today? I mean, it's just like with anything else. It's grown. It's taking on like new forms or whatever,
Yeah.
new
Okay.
And
branches.
I like how you said different branches because some people don't consider certain people hip hop, and I'm like, I mean, it's
How do you
subjective.
not? I mean, they were just. I mean, literally, the world was influenced by hip hop. The world, in some way.
They said it was going to be
shape or form.
they said it was going to be a fad,
fad.
and
Yeah.
they wasn't playing
And
and
now
all this
it's
stuff.
50
I
years
remember
in.
we used to
Yeah.
get interviewed back in those days, and
Right.
they used to be like, "So what are you gonna do when this is over?"
Right.
You're like, oh, what?
No. Literally, that was the main question. Back in the days that most artists,
Right.
were asked. Most hip hop artists were asked because they didn't know that it would grow.
Right.
Like a lot of music doesn't stick. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Sometimes it goes into, different places or whatever.
Right.
So it would just be another form of soul music or R&B music or black music.
Right.
No, hip hop didn't just stay there. It
Right.
grew.
Right.
And it literally birthed more.
Okay. So who would be like if you was to throw a concert? Who would be
Dead or
on your
alive? Can we
yeah,
say- please say
right,
dead? Okay.
yeah. Who would be
Oh my
on
God.
your concert?
Oh my God.
So like you of
concert?
course you DJing and you're having a touring concert because we're gonna get into the Spinderella comedy jam.
Oh, good.
But who would be on your concert?
Oh Lord.
What genre? Like,
It doesn't matter.
No, I mean,
Hip hop.
Would it be a
Dead or
hip hop
alive.
concert?
Dead,
A hip hop
dead,
alive.
dead or alive.
It
It
can
could
be-
be
it
R
can
and
be
B. It could be anything.
Oh, God,
So if
that's
you
such
want
a
to put
general question.
level 5 on there,
do I want?
that's 80s music.
Look,
You know.
look, Shed, and
Yeah.
while she thinking about that,
Right.
I'm glad you brought up the Spinderella comedy jam because I'm
Right.
gonna ask her who she would put on.
I already know. I got my eye on you, CJ.
yeah.
I got my eye on you, CJ.
No, but I mean, that's
Well,
a good question. He wants
Who?
to-
You ain't getting away from it.
No, I'm sitting here thinking.
Think about it,
I have a lot of. I have a lot of favorites. I mean, gosh, I'm talking about entertainer wise.
Yeah.
From an entertainer standpoint, I loved. Let me see, New Edition.
Come on now. Give it up for
I
Ronnie
love,
Myers.
I
Mickey
love New
Mike.
Edition. They did a great show here in
Yep.
in the Dallas area not too long ago. It was nostalgic.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's a Jodeci.
Yo,
You know,
that-
one of my favorites.
I love them.
One of my favorites. Period. Mary.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
you know, if Biggie was still alive,
Yep. Yep.
Biggie, because he's one of my favorites.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, that's kind of a general question. I
Well,
have a
you
lot of
didn't-
favorites. Big
we
Daddy
didn't-
Kane. I
Big
mean, I
Da-
could go into
Yeah.
Nas. I can
Yeah.
go into.
We don't bring up Big Daddy Kane in my household.
Why?
That's one of my wife's fives. That's one of her fives.
Damn.
And then listen, and my wife has the name Kim, and her name is in a lot of rap songs. I'm like, your name is in way too many. Lisa, Kendra, Pamela, Renee. You know, you'd be like, you in a lot of what's the name? Like,
Missy's another.
Missy's dope.
definitely.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised.
Why?
Because you didn't do one of the two iconic,
Who?
Michael
Salt and
Jackson or
pepper?
Prince.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say salt and pepper.
Let me tell you right now. No, I'm gonna tell you right now. I am down for my people, and when stuff happen,
Oh yeah.
I turn up next.
Man, let me tell you.
Siri next.
A lot of so I don't want we're not gonna do this because I just don't feel that we should, you know, when
to
it's
me.
time
Talk to me.
She said, "Come on."
we would do it because I just don't like honestly, I've said it and I've said it time and time again. The problem was jealousy. That's where it broke. So when their career was over,
You talking about salt and pepper?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Their career, but I asked you. I didn't want to say it,
Say what you want.
but when their career was over, you kept going. I was with DJ Cool, name drop. I was with DJ Cool just this weekend, and you know we were just talking. Like he was like, man, he was like, she going. You know what I mean? He was like, I hate that they're going through this, but Spin going. You know what I mean? And that's what it
You
really
gotta keep going.
Yeah, you got to. But see, you're the DJ. So people don't understand. You just wasn't just this. You kept the party going. Like DJs can.
And but a lot of people don't realize she produced most of. I mean, like if you look
Well, I
back
didn't
at her,
produce most of their stuff.
I'm not
Don't
saying
say
most.
that.
I'm saying. I was saying most hits. I wasn't saying most of their stuff. But I'm saying
That's your friend.
production wise, you know
Right.
what you're capable of, and you're talented. You're not just someone back there, you know. You ain't
Well,
DJ fucking
let
up.
me just
Right.
let me just let y'all know something. First of all, that part of me is in the past. As far as the legacy goes, it's really important that I don't tarnish the legacy any further than
Right.
what's happened or whatever. I respect the legacy enough to not partake in, you know, the negative aspect. There were things that we did as a unit that will go down in history. And that is most important to me, that the people understand first, and give credit where credit is due. I was a DJ for Salt and Pepper. I took part in some production. I mean, I produced on a couple of songs. I performed with them. I toured with them. I helped to build the brand. But they are Salt and Pepper. And I could see where the confusion goes because the group is called Salt and Pepper. And so people were, for a long time, you know, okay, Spinderella, Salt and Pepper, Spinderella. When they said Salt and Pepper, we all would stand up because we all
Was the group.
was the group. Kind of like Run DMC.
That's what I was about to say.
Run DMC,
Run DMC,
Jam Master
Master
J.
J.
When you say Run DMC, stand, please stand, you're going to have the three of them stand.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that is just the gist of it. And I can see where the confusion lies for people. But, you know, when it comes to the particulars, everybody has their own
Opinions.
opinion about it or whatever. I am writing a book.
That's dope.
Oh, give it
Okay.
up.
I
Give it
am
up.
writing a book.
it up for the
And
writers.
right now, currently working on it, and it's just a fine line. And the idea is to really just tell my story and not it's not about, you know, downing anybody or you know, it's not a what do you call it? Something to tear anybody down or whatever.
Bashing
But
or
it's
anything.
no bashing or anything. But it's literally just to tell my story because I feel that, you know, there's some truths that haven't been revealed, and especially coming from their own mouth. I feel like they probably left some things out in this recent past regarding Spinderella that needs to be told. So
I
and
love it.
addressed.
I love your stance. I love your take on it because a lot of people, it would be very easy to take the low road.
Yeah.
But I love your stance on
But
it because
if I shoot them, I'm shooting us.
yeah,
Right. See, that's what people don't understand.
If I shoot them, let them do what they do.
Right.
But from me, I did my part.
Right.
I did my part, and I am proud of what I've done. When you walk and you see my trophy room, you're gonna see us.
Right.
And
They
it was
didn't just
hard.
give the trophies to them; they gave it to everybody.
to us because
Right.
we were building the blocks together. So whatever their stance on it is, it will remain their stance. But it does not take away from the actual facts. And when you look up Salt and Pepper and Google Salt and Pepper, you're always going to see in that era it was 3 of us, and that
Right.
was for 30-something years, 30+ years.
See, and I
still
feel
got the leather
same
jacket.
way.
Ooh, that leather jacket. So the jacket itself is another story, but that iconic jacket was remade. We had them remade or whatever. And then when we parted ways, I kind of left everything.
Right. But see, I see
kind of separated myself
exactly
from that.
how you feel, and I understand. Because at the beginning of the golf season, it was these 2 guys I had to carry. You see what I mean? I was there, showing them how to golf, putting it all in. Then all of a sudden, they get little good scores. Now they forget about me. You know what I mean?
I love the way that he compared
30 years of hip-hop.
30 years of hip-hop to a year of golf.
To a 38 handicap. I don't understand.
But I love it. I love it.
I got one more question.
Okay, there you go. You've been getting them.
No, I just got one more question, and it's more of them. What's the most proud moment of your spouse? I mean, that you're to your spouse, like your proud moment to your spouse.
her?
Or back, yeah. Your most proud moment of your spouse.
Man, I have a few. If I could say here recently, can I mention that?
What?
LA stuff.
Oh yeah, go ahead. You should be out by that
I'm
time.
so I'm so crunk for her because she as well as with the girls they're receiving their Hollywood star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Yeah, and I think I'm so excited for her to get her flowers in that moment. So I think here recently, I think I've just been bragging privately about that accomplishment and coming up this next year, the 50 years of hip hop. She's gonna be so busy. So I'm gonna become her tour manager because I'm gonna be on the road with her because I know my baby gonna be gone all of next year. So I'm very
CJ,
very proud of that.
Did you hear that he said he's so crunk?
Yeah, he's a crunk.
He's like me. Yeah, come on, age. Come on, tag your age.
Listen, and I really think it's dope that you think that you're the only one in the running for her tour manager.
I'm already the bodyguard.
Right? Shit.
I'm already
What
the
about
bodyguard.
you? Most proud, a proud moment for your spouse.
I'm proud of Q. Period. I saw his journey when he made the decision to go full time and to leave like the 9-to-5 life alone and go full time. It was literally a sacrifice, and to see where he came from. I mean, this man would get up every day. He was super dedicated when it came to work or whatever. But pursuing his dreams was something that he had in his view and his goal. And to watch him go from that to where he is today, and just the fact that he's a visionary. So I know you guys know, but I am in awe of the fact that the way his brain works. You know what I'm saying? A complete visionary. Like he can see a product of his shows, what he produces and stuff, and before it's even done. And he asserts himself to make sure that those things are done. So looking at him from where he came from when it comes to his his career, and also just the visionary aspect of him makes me super proud of him. And this is the hardest working dude that I know.
No doubt.
This dude is the hardest working. I have to be like, babe, we can actually enjoy the fruits of our labor.
I've been on the
Sit
phone
your
with you
ass
before.
down
I've been with him when he's on the phone with you.
Okay.
And you're like, can I talk to
Hello.
Quentin? Can I talk to? I don't want to talk to Q right now. And that's dope. That is so dope, man. I mean, like I said, I'm at y'all. Like I said, the power couple, straight up. And one thing I like to say, like, give flowers while they're there. Q, you've always been a follow througher. You've never been someone that called you and be like, yo, got an idea. We're going to get a stadium. Do this and do that. And then 2 weeks later, okay, the stadium didn't fall through, but listen, we're going to get a burritos. You know, it's never been really weird. You've always been a follow through person. So it seems like she's right. You do think about the stuff before it comes out and it becomes that. I mean, like Shed, I mean, I'm glad that y'all are together as a group too, because follow through is the number one thing that made me want to do the podcast with it. So definitely want to give you flowers. I love the fact that you were able to marry someone and mix the family together, and nobody knows where the lines have crossed. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows that this is just my kid or this is just that. Right. And that's how it's got to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know, and just when you talk about them, the gleam on your face. Y'all went to Disney World. This dude took their family to Disney World. That is going beyond, above and beyond on there. So that's some dope stuff, man. I'm really proud of you. And moving flowers.
Sound like somebody wants to get his speech at your wedding. I'm just
We already did that.
Yeah.
But I'll take it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right,
And moving over, I love what you become as far as the blossoming from Spinderella to and I don't know what your grandkid calls you.
me.
I see you the way you deal with your grandkid, and I'm like, wow, like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know the past, don't know what type of mother that you were, but you seem like you were a great mother because your daughter is like in your footsteps and doing an awesome job.
Young rock star.
But just that, the Mimi just is just an amazing thing, and I just love what you're becoming on that.
She said when she was pregnant, she said, there's going to be a baby in the house.
Our life
You
is
can
going
look
to change.
over there, there's nothing but baby stuff over there.
right.
There's a little corner over there.
Right.
So,
And I just think it's dope. You know, just to see everybody, see everything, man. But I just think that's what the definition of a circle is. Your circle, if people are not winning in your circle and your circle's not supporting you and help you win, why are they in your circle? Yeah. You know what I mean? That's just the firm what I believe in. And time is almost up. But what I want to do is, y'all gonna have to do it faster. Like, CJ was on point with it. Okay. But now when we ask this or that questions, I need an answer. Okay. I don't need no. I don't need you. All that stuff. Right. It's time. And if you don't,
and I'm keeping score.
He gonna keep his score right here. Okay, this is this or that.
I'm gonna find out who the best spouse is.
Okay, it's this or that. And if you don't answer fast enough, he gonna hit the table and let you know. You gonna hurry up. All right, let's go. You ready? Winter or summer?
Summer.
Okay, good job. Eddie Murphy or Kevin Hart?
Kevin Hart.
Okay. Crunch Berries or Sugar Smacks?
Sugar Smacks.
Okay.
Oh, we got a little different.
Earth, Wind, and Fire or Temptations?
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Okay. Beach or mountains?
Beach.
Power or P-Valley?
Beach,
bitch.
Power or P-Valley?
Power.
Okay. I thought about it.
We was on P-Valley for a while.
They had that P-Valley look like, it kind of got weird.
They changed the word, the meaning of P. So we had to leave that
First season of P-Valley.
Right. Grape or red?
Great.
Okay. Martin or Kevin Hart?
Martin.
Yeah, I love it. Prince or Michael Jackson?
Prince.
You can't say both.
I can. Michael Jackson.
Okay, there you go. Crunch berries. I already said that.
Crunch berries.
Shower or bath?
Shower.
Oh, I swear if you would have said bath.
New Edition or Troop?
New edition.
All right. Going out or Netflix and chill?
Netflix and chill.
Bad bitch want to go out. Bad bitch want to go out.
This is the last one.
My wife called me bad bitch.
This is the last one. Do you pee in the shower or you get out?
I'm in the shower. As soon as I get in, when I first started. Is
that so?
Look. She could be in there with me.
So.
She could be in there with me. That's how you get hot water.
Right. We were role playing. I was R. Kelly.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for tuning in.
You gotta tell them about what they got coming up.
Yeah, I know. That's what we about to do.
Okay.
Let me do this.
Okay, I'm sorry.
This boy been over there with his list all going through the line. He
Professional
ready.
with it.
He didn't breathe hard on this show. He was
podcast.
good.
You got it down.
Look,
So-
I didn't even get into the point where how you started, where you started playing with your dad's records and everything else like that.
He that shit down.
Read the book. The book is called Queen on Deck. It's going
Queen
to
on
tell you.
Deck.
So it's going to tell you about
There
all
it
that.
is.
How I started.
There it is. So she got the book coming out. You got everything. Before we close out, that's why I wanted to ask about the Spinderella Comedy Jam. Can you tell us about what we have to look forward to, in the world, not just the nation, but the world, the whole wide world, Craig?
That's right. The sky's the limit. The seed has been planted. This is the visionary right here. He was like, you need to do a comedy jam. I love comedy. I've backed up some of the best comedians in the biz right now. And I am, and still to this day, just rolling with Q, rolling with the Rat Packs, CJ, seeing some of the best comedians in Dallas rocking. I'm like, dude, why don't we take this not just locally, but nationally somehow and internationally? Not just the name, but the idea, the concept of Spinderella, music, comedy, Q. You know what I'm saying? Bring that to the forefront and let people enjoy just that seed somehow. And we did our first one here in Dallas, and it was a success, sold out. And we got the next one in LA. And that's going to be sold out, and we're just going to keep going.
I like it.
But wait a minute now. Just don't short yourself.
Yeah.
You didn't just sell out a show.
Oh, a couple of shows.
Thank you. That's right.
That's
They had to
You
keep
sold out
on.
a weekend.
Did a weekend in Dallas.
right.
Shout out to TK's. Did a weekend in Dallas. And the concept is dope, man. Is what she DJs the comedy show. Kind of gets her wrestling seminar on. She'll go up there and talk a little stuff, introduce the first comic and whatnot. And then after the show is a party. It's an after party, and then she does a little set. So you got her in her producer mode, producing the show. And then, and like I say, she's funny. Y'all gonna see some funny out of her somehow, or I'll make some funny. Whatever. It went really well. And then, so afterwards, we do a party, and then she DJs, so you get to see.
Because after the show is the after party.
Exactly. And that's just a great night. That's the idea. Giving people fun through music and comedy.
I think I see in y'all's future not only the jam, I see a little festival.
Could be.
It can
I see
happen.
a festival.
Yeah.
Because
And
I'm
you
telling
know-
you, that music and comedy goes so well.
It
hand
does.
in
It
hand.
meshes
and
very
people,
well.
fans
Let's
are
make
fans.
it happen.
I'm telling
I'd
you.
honestly say that. You remember how the Shed G weekend in Dallas is?
Name drop.
Yeah, my own name. My own name.
You would be like, what y'all got is good, but the Shed G experience.
No, but because look, let me put this out there. Then. Because the Shed G weekend people come from Atlanta, they come from all over to come in here. So I'm like, well, why can we do the Spinderella Comedy Jam that
weekend?
Wednesday? At the end of April to start off that's me
The
trying to
Shed
get
G
you on tape. This is a contract. So we can do that. But tell us how we can follow you on all of your social media with the audiences. So even if they want to follow you or book you or anything, find out about the Spinderella Comedy Jam, where can they go?
Okay, so I'll start. And I'll say this, Shed, let me know what you need.
Okay.
We'll work it out. You got to go through my manager, though.
I just fanned out.
Yeah, boy.
I put the hoodie on. I got the juice now.
No, for real, though. Yeah, Shed. But yes, bookspinderella@gmail.com is how to book me. And, as you'll be talking with my manager, LJ. Also, I'm DJ Spinderella on the platforms, Instagram and Facebook.
You didn't have to put the real?
Nope.
Okay.
They knew
And
people.
then-
They knew that's the
Yeah.
respect.
And then
She got
we got a young man that holds the weekends down,
Hold 'em down.
everywhere. I seen the
Hold the
Kansas
boy.
City takeover. I seen all that.
Yeah.
Listen,
Rava
so
Town.
every Sunday, where?
Every Sunday, Lava Cantina, man. Every
Lava
Sunday, Mature
Cantina.
Party
Everybody
Crowd
be trying to get up in there.
presents Neo Soul Sundays, man. We got a lot of cool stuff coming up. We got Tweet coming up Thanksgiving weekend with Rudy Rush doing some comedy. We got
Oops.
Dougie Fresh, DJ Spinderella's Boo Bash, October 30th. And her page on IG for the Spinderella Comedy Jam is DJ Spinderella Comedy Jam on IG. Make sure y'all follow that as well.
And what's yours?
And I'm Q Got Jokes on everything. Q Got Jokes on everything. That ended.
It's all right. They both in.
They both
Okay,
in
right
that,
on.
but we got this.
got that.
We doing clips,
We
man.
doing
right
clips,
on.
but
We
I'm
doing
telling you
clips,
that right
baby.
now is
Okay.
really just dope.
Yeah, man. And look,
you but look, and I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
You
Look.
shot your shot and it worked.
it works.
Listen, and I love the fact that it's gonna start on Wednesday. He wants to start it with y'all, and it's gonna get heathenish as it gets. By Sunday, they're gonna have to go to
Sunday,
church.
no, we go to lava. That's church.
What? It's gonna be crazy.
Right. And it's always fun. But like I say, man, this is one of the ones that when we talked about doing this podcast, y'all was the first people.
Oh wow.
We was like, we got to get them. You know,
Well,
we
you
gonna do
know.
it. Yeah.
I was like, when we getting on there? Like, y'all busy, huh?
Busy,
Right.
busy.
Right.
This is
So
great.
that's all we're going to say, ladies and gentlemen. Please remember to follow us. Matter of fact, share our podcast. It's available on all platforms.
Spotify, Google,
yes.
Apple.
Well, I didn't even know it had all that
Apple?
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we on Apple, we on everything. Famous to us. Thank you for your support.
Yeah.
We gotta just click follow.
Right. And then you can follow me at ShedG, SHEDG on all social media platforms.
You can follow me at comedian CJ Star. Just look up CJ Star with 2 R's.
There it
You'll
is.
find me.
Right. And always remember, man, the people that's around you, it doesn't matter. They're always famous to us. And then let them make sure they know that they're famous to you,
Yes.
famous to us. And we're signing out. CJ, any last words? Go.
Make it happen, Captain.
Yeah.
Okay. Good job, guys.